Okay guys, after you get everything bolted down, you want to check your spacing. Look how that clutch drive hub outer basket ring is mated up right to the end of the primary, and it matches the wear marks. And you look over here on the ring gears, the transfer gear side, it all looks good. So everything's good. Water pump lined up with the outer water pump drive. Make sure this circlip is tight and fresh, guys. I went and got a new one just like I did for the idler gear. You don't want any circlips coming off in there. Okay? If any of those circlips pop off, you're going to make a mess if it gets jammed up between those gears. That spring right there for the shift star detent, it just pushes over like a little aluminum tab. I took the edge of this punch, this flat chisel punch, this chisel that I grounded sharp, and I tapped a gouge in the top of that. And the reason I did that is so that spring could see the, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but there's a aluminum damage on the top of that. And I did that on purpose because I didn't want that spring sliding back down off of that tab. Because if it did, you know, your shifting wouldn't work right. I'm a little bit ashamed of Kawasaki that they did that. It's a poor design. I raced the '89 KX250 for 3 years back in the when they were new, 89, 90, 91 seasons, and I never had a problem with it coming off. But still, it's a chintzy design. You want to do something to retain that spring. You don't want anything coming off that's not supposed to be loose in there. So, all right, here's how your power valve governor works. You know, it obviously doesn't go that way. Pretty much only goes that way. I mean, for the most part, when you put these engines together, not to do 4-strokes, they're a little more complicated, but these old 2-strokes like this, for the most part, they're jigsaw puzzles that really only go together one way. For the most part, you do need to watch where you put your shims and your washers and your circlips. You got to pay attention to that. Map that stuff out and know you're putting it in the right place. You know, use new seals on your counter shaft, your shift shaft, your clutch actuation rod shaft. Use new seals for that stuff, guys. Don't do all this effort and do all this work and then have to go back and rip it all apart just to change seals later. That's silly. If you didn't, I didn't film the putting the clutch together. Sorry about that. You can go to my RM250 and look at how to put the clutch together. The parts are not interchangeable, but they're made identically. They're made the exact same way. So you can watch my RM250 clutch video if you don't know how to put a clutch together. So there's the right side of the engine all set and ready to go. Make sure you don't lose this bushing. This spacer bushing is very important to the outside of this shift shaft, because if you don't have that, that shift shaft will come off and then it'll be loose. So make sure you have that.